Hello, everyone. This is episode number 7. This is about props and wardrobe. And what's so great about this is you out there, if you'd like to do some acting, singing, entertaining, whatever it is, you can do this right now. This is a step you can do right now at home, in your PJs, in your underpants, whatever you're wearing. Episode number 7 is on props and wardrobe. Now, sometimes they'll say, we'll give you extra money for your prop, and it's actually a wardrobe item. Now, sometimes they'll say, we'll give you extra money for a wardrobe, and it's it's vice versa, whatever. One is a prop, one is a, but this is what you can do right now. It's called the wardrobe prop inventory. That's what I call it. It maybe has a different name. Maybe it's something else, but that's what I do. I inventory everything I have. Because remember, when I started, I had no acting skills. I have very limited acting skills now, but I had none when I started. Zero, no experience, nothing. I just decided I'll try this and let's see what happens. So when it comes to inventorying your stuff, your props, some of the things that they'll be looking for, you would never believe that they're actually going to pay you extra. Now sometimes they'll pay you extra for a prop. They'll book you and they say, oh, by the way, do you have this? And if you do, you get a bump. That's great. A bump is great. However, what if you don't? What if they are looking to book you because you had that item? So you haven't been booked yet. So if you're booked and then they ask you about a prop, that's great. That's extra money. But oftentimes they will not book you unless you have that item. Example, we're looking for a guy 5'10" to 6 foot tall who weighs about 190 pounds to 210 in his early 60s. Okay, that's a lot of guys. But then they'll put in, so this must have a beach combing set for metal detecting on the beach. Who has that? I have that. They're going to keyword search to make sure you have that, and you'll be surprised. A lot of people think everybody can ride a bicycle. Look that up. How many people can ride a bicycle? Some people cannot ride a bicycle. They've never ridden a bicycle. Unbelievable. Do you have a bicycle? If you have a bicycle, put that in those keywords. A lot of times they'll have keywords or a little place where you can put your different things that you have. I have a bike. I have baseball cleats. I have whatever it is you may have. But I'm just going to show you a few things right here that have gotten me booked before, and these are for acting. Now, when it comes to playing an instrument or singing, a lot of times they may say, do you have a gown? That's very big. Gowns and tuxedos, black tie affair. If you have that, put it in there, right? Whatever you have. So let's go with what I have here, and then we'll go back onto some of the things that they do ask for and some of the things you want to put in there. A lot of times we don't put it there because we don't really think they're going to be asking for it because everybody has it. But if they keyword search something like, let's say, 1980s style coffee maker, and you have an old Mr. Coffee up in your garage somewhere, you're not going to think to put, I have a Mr. Coffee, right? You're not going to think to put that in there. They're going to search by those keywords. So you don't have to you can't possibly put everything you have, but go inventory what you have right now. After we're done with this, after we're done with this, go inventory your stuff, your wardrobe and that, and write them all down. Write it down. A lot of people are now electronically doing, some people are doing it, walking through, oh yeah, I have a cowboy outfit. Beep. I have a whatever it is. So that's what you got to do. You got to do that if you want to do acting to get started. Even if you're an experienced actor and you have a unique prop, that'll be go from there. But we go for which way over here. This is one prop that got me booked before. They were looking for someone that has tripods. So I have this tripod, and I have the tripod that we're filming on right now. And this one right here goes up to, 9 inches, 10 inches, maybe a foot. This one will go, I can video up to a foot, but using my camera. The one I'm on right here goes up to 6 feet. The 6 feet one's a little bit wobbly, but it goes up to 6 feet. So if they ask you for a tripod, I have one. Okay. My neighbor was learning to be a nurse's aide, and you can see how well it went because I found this in the trash. I have a stethoscope now. I have medical equipment. I also have a lab coat. Back when I used to do optics, when you go through school to learn optics, they give you a lab coat. You may never wear a lab coat again in optics, but you do get that. So that is another one. Medical stuff. Do you have medical stuff? Do you have a teddy bear? You'll be very surprised how many adults, maybe, I'm not sounding wrong, but mostly the men, may not have a selection of plush animals. I have hundreds of plush animals because we do pet rescue. People donate them to us and we use them as prizes. Hundreds of these. Okay. Hats. Do you have a hat? They call this, I think they call it a coachman hat. I call it a Joe hat because it's just average old Joe wears this hat. I've been booked so many times with this one. I have the brown one. You'll see photos of me. If you look and check on my photos, you'll see that I'm wearing this hat a lot, this kind of hat. I have a cowboy hat. I have cowboy boots. Do you have one of these? Do you have a book? You'll be surprised how many people nowadays do all their reading online. But if they want some man to be reading a book to his grandkid and he ain't got no books, they're not going to believe that you know how to do that. They're not going to believe that, oh, yeah, read a book to kids. Do it all the time. In fact, I have a whole bunch of kids' books that I like to read to kids. Some of them are a little bit longer, a little bit more words, less photos, or less drawings, whatever. But yeah, boy, I sure do have that. I do. How about this? Do you have one of these? It's so big I can't even get in there. Look at that. Oop. Okay, this is not even a hat. It looks like a hat. This is a tree topper. We've used this before to get booked. Those are the things we do. Those are props, and those are wardrobe. That's basically it. What do you have? We have a classic car. Do you have a car of any kind? If you have a car of any kind, they use it. It becomes a prop. It becomes a prop. So, do you have a car? I bet you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you ride a bicycle. Do you ride an electric scooter? Do you have that? How do they know you have that? If I'm 62 years old now, wow. And if I'm booking, I'm not going to assume that everybody has a scooter. I'm going to assume that everybody has a car. And it might have reversed now with Uber and all that. A lot of people don't even have a car anymore. It's not that they don't have money. They just don't have a car. Do you have a car? Do you have a Western outfit? Do you have a medical outfit? You know, do you have a construction worker outfit? I do. I found a hard hat on the road. I was riding by, probably some motorcycle guy. His helmet flew off his bike or whatever. And I picked up, put it in my car to see if anybody was looking for it. No one's looking for it, so I kept it. And then I got a safety vest on another show that they gave me to let me take it home. So I have a flannel. I have a flannel shirt. I have a safety vest. I have a helmet. I'm in a hard hat. I have boots. I have jeans, and I have a old red looking toolbox I can bring. There you go, construction worker. Are you really going to be building a house on set? No. Do you have to look like you can? So I talked about earlier about your special skills. So if you have a special skill, make sure you also have the wardrobe for those special skills. As I say, David, you said you can work with horses, but do you have any brushes? Oh yeah, I have a brush. You know, maybe one brush. Thrift stores. That's where you get your stuff. Now some of them are pretty expensive now. Goodwill, it's almost as expensive as retail in there. You know, for used stuff. They also have new stuff, which is retail. But if you go to like Salvation Army, some of the good ones that are less expensive, you can get it done. One day I was told it was about, 11 o'clock at night, and they asked me to have a plain black t-shirt that's not faded. I said yes. I said, when is it shooting? Tomorrow at 1 p.m. You called it tomorrow at 1 p.m. I do. I have one. Because I know it's at that time, Walmart, 24 hours, it's going to be open. Maybe there's a Target that's open. There's places that are open that are going to have that black t-shirt. They're going to have a plain black t-shirt that's not faded. I can get it. And people say, well, that's lying. Well, yeah, it sure is. But I didn't say I have it. I'm wearing it. I have it. I'm buying it. It's mine. I have it. If they give you enough time, you probably can get almost everything. There's places that rent stuff too. The one with that little teletype thing, whatever it's called, the stenographer, that thing. I found one in a garage sale one time. I used it 2 or 3 times, but usually they want women. I did get to book myself with it 2 or 3 times, and then I just sold it because I was never booked with that again. But wardrobe and props, that's something you can get and have where you do not have to have a specific skill, where you don't have to have experience, where you don't have to have credits, where they can say, oh yeah, I looked up, there's Susan, she's dressed as a nurse. No, Susan is a nurse. In her real life, she's a nurse. She has a nurse outfit. I've been on one where they gave me a really big bump because I had they forgot to tell people to bring luggage. And all it is, I had my carry-on bag. No, it's not a carry bag. I'm sorry, it's the luggage, the suit one that folds down like that, where you can put a suit in there. Garment bag, put over my shoulder, threw my raincoat over my arm, and I had my briefcase. All things I just brought to set that day, and I got paid extra for that. So, wardrobe, go right now, subscribe. Okay, first, subscribe. Now it's going to be in the lower right-hand corner, so I'll point over here to the left. I think it's right here. There's a button there. Subscribe, and hit that hit the notifier button. Hit that. So that's the first thing you want to do if you haven't done that already. We're going to hopefully get some more work here pretty soon, right after Christmas. Between Christmas and New Year's, a new project is coming up, and hopefully they'll choose us to help them cast it. But that's what you need to do. Subscribe, hit the bell, and go get an inventory. If you're going to put it into your voice recorder, if you're going to type it into your laptop, if you're going to type it into your tablet, if you're going to type it into your phone, if you're going to write it on a paper, mine's written on paper, because I can cross things out. I no longer have that. Oh, I did add that. So have a great day. It is now Thursday. The weekend's is about to get here. Take care, everyone.